this episode now, and then grab other videos so I can make like other shorts and stuff, so that other people can enjoy more content from
the Rubber Duck Syndicate. Wow, what a seamless intro that was.
I know. It was kind of set up, but it wasn't completely intentional. But we were just talking, so we were
and we always occasionally just break into stereo announcements when we talk. It's like you surely you have friends that constantly burst into musical theater, coordinated musical numbers and dancing
and kicks.
Yeah. Well, hell, if I had a nickel for every time I was spontaneously in a kick line,
how many nickels would you have?
At least a nickel.
I don't know about that situation, but
really, you're not living life if you don't end up spontaneously kicking.
I do spontaneously kick every so often, but that's just around the house. The last time
a roundhouse kick?
Roundhouse.
Roundhouse kick to the face.
No, there was one time, I don't know what the situation was. I was kicking in public, and I nearly kicked someone in the face. I'm like, never again. Yeah, it was.
Now, my question to you is, can I kick it?
Sir, yes you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes you can.
Yeah, we're not going to do this whole thing, but I appreciate you being with me on that.
Now, so many people are going to be lost on that. They're like, what the
Just like, we could be introducing a whole new generation of people to a Tribe Called Quest.
I wish they would really know about that, and all the great music that they created. I know that one of them passed away. I know that was like a few years back.
Yeah. What was the name of the collective? It was like a hip hop and culture arts collective that I think Tribe Called Quest and a bunch of other acts came out of that. You remember that?
I'm trying to remember the name, but I can't think of it offhand.
It's going to come to me when I'm driving home.
You're going to text me. You're like, oh!
Yeah.
As you're driving, I'm like...
Yeah, so when you read the reports of my death in my car, you'll understand that's why.
Well, it probably won't be... your death won't probably come from you driving. It'll be from the heat. Because, you don't handle heat all that well.
That's right. Yeah, I'm loving the temperature in the garage right now. We're having some, I guess typical Charlotte weather where
typical North Carolina weather where it's
it's got personality problems and
because for a few days it was up to the mid 70s.
Yesterday it rained, but the 2 days before it rained, it was in the mid to high 80s.
Yeah.
That was awful for me, which apparently you really like, California weirdo.
Yeah, just because I don't want to die in snow. I'm the weirdo.
You can always put more layers on. There is a fundamental limit to the number of layers you can take off.
No,
also a legal limit.
I'm telling you, just one strategically placed sock takes care of everything.
Who are you, fucking Anthony Kiedis now?
Yes.
Jesus.
I want to give it away. I want to give it away now.
The only thing I remember about that song is a music video where they, for some reason, decided the camera needed to go in their crotches.
Where else would you put a camera?
Literally anywhere else.
Then you're not living life if you don't put a camera in your crotch, sir. What is your issue?
Challenge accepted.
Oh, we'll lose so many viewers.
If anyone's still with us after this, really,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We want to thank you for being here.
Get help.
Or help us. As you're leaving, tell 5 of your friends to follow the Rubber Duck Syndicate.
It's like that movie The Ring. You have to spread it around, otherwise, the little girl will crawl out of your computer monitor and
Yeah, you don't want Daniel dressing up as a little girl crawling out of your computer monitor.
Hey, you don't know our viewers. Some of them might want exactly that.
Ooh, because that's a little fetish of theirs.
This is the internet.
We could get into that since we were touching upon that earlier. But we can go in a deep dive on that.
We could, but now I'm scared.
What? Just I was talking about like fetishes.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
okay.
were you?
It's like he was like, we can go on a deep dive. Like we were just talking about me dressing up like a little girl. Like, okay, what kind of deep dive are we talking about? Oh,
No, man. No, whatever you do on your time, on your OnlyFans, you can do that, sir. That's all you. If they want to pay you money to dress up as, a sexy Sabrina Carpenter, why am I?
now here's the question: is there another kind?
There could be.
No, actually, I take it back because Sabrina Carpenter had apparently, if she's the person that I think she is, and please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. She was a child actress before she had her super singing career and became the I guess sexy pop star icon.
She may have.
So she wasn't always the sexy Sabrina Carpenter. She was Sabrina Carpenter, famous child actress.
Yes. But as far as that, I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I know about her previously were just a couple of posts like people talked about where she was always doing music. She was always big on doing music. But a trend that she always did was whenever she was releasing her album or when she released her first album, she was in a shopping cart in Target.
Yeah, I think you told me about that. Yeah,
holding her CDs, and she released, I think at this point, 3 or 4 CDs. So she continues that every time. Whenever she releases an album, she wants to recreate that picture.
So she's like this big, so she can probably fit in one of the hand baskets.
Oh, she's just down here.
Yeah.
Just handy dandy Sabrina Carpenter, at your. Stop thinking about it so much.
I'm just like I'm just imagining it's like having Sabrina Carpenter like Yoda on my back, popping up and singing.
Just on your back, you're doing backflips and you're just in the swamp. Well, that's if we're going to recreate Star Wars, that's who we're going to cast first. Sabrina Carpenter, the new Yoda.
Yeah, I think we're no longer allowed on the internet.
No. You know what's going to happen? People are going to listen to part of this, and they're going to cast other people in like other Star Wars acts. So they're like, so who else would be, I guess, appropriate but also not appropriate in a Star Wars remake?
Just doing this on the fly, we're not going to get any of them right.
And we're not going to get any of them right.
This needs like deep meditation and constant nerd rage debating.
It could. But just think of just one person. You'd be like, that person will be, well, like we're just saying Sabrina Carpenter as Yoda is a joke. We obviously are saying that as a joke.
Although, if Saturday Night Live had a Sabrina Carpenter as Yoda sketch the next time she's on the show,
we're going to sue the fuck out of it.
Like, I want credit.
Copyright. What's today? The March the
13th.
The 13th.
Because tomorrow is Pie Day.
It is. And we're gonna have all the sales on pizza. There was one place that had a sale on the pizza. This was prior to the pandemic, which the pandemic fucked up so much stuff. You go in on Pie Day, you buy a pizza, like regular size pizza, regular price, and you get the other pizza on free.
So it was buy one get one free.
Yes. But like all the other places now, they're just like, oh, hey, we got like 25% off.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the pandemic that was responsible for that so much as it was, general corporate enshittification of everything in the world.
Yeah, that was the thing. Now, I want to try something before we keep going.
Or eventually get back to that deep dive we were just talking about, because apparently we have collective ADD that no one can stop.
Yeah, you can't stop this ADD. Now, this is gonna break the illusion for most of the people out there, but
yeah, we're not just talking directly into your minds, folks.
Yeah.
What illusion is breaking? We had a microphone.
I know we had a microphone, but like people didn't see it. And
we had that one comment. Like our first comment was our first troll saying that microphones should be more expensive.
They were trying to, I guess, insult us for some reason.
Which,
we appreciate. We're like, like if someone is trying to insult us for any reason, that means we're doing things right.
I appreciate the fact that you took the time out of your day to try and burn us, on the fact that we shouldn't be able to have microphones.
Matter of fact, grab that other microphone. Oh no, you got it.
I took that one with me. We have a backup just in case we decide this one is too expensive.
Well, they're both the same.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Don't you think? It's like rain.
Oh, we talked about that, didn't we? About the idea of what actually is the irony in her song.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, especially as an English major, I had a problem with that song, and it was just annoying because pretty much all of the examples she gives are in fact not ironic.
Yeah, they were.
And then someone pointed out to me, my friend Marcus, that it's entirely possible that she wrote the entire song as one huge, brilliant meta-irony. Which would be the most ironic thing. And I can't rule that out. I believe it is just as possible that she wrote the lyrics because they rhymed and sounded cool.
Mm-hmm.
But she also could be a genius who absolutely got everybody on the whole irony definition thing.
And because there's a lot of people that are music snobs listening to every word, every lyric. They're like, oh, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't rhyme here. But then, that song comes out. It's a popular hit. They're being snooty. They're like, no, that's ironic. And then she's like, that's the point.
Yeah, so I will say, I apologize for doubting you, Alanis.
I never doubted you because you played God in Dogma. So you're the greatest.
Well, I should point out that, when she played God in Dogma, those of us that, were annoyed by that song could make the joke that, oh, yeah, if you hear Alanis Morissette's voice, your head explodes. Which is what the movie was trying to say. But no, again, I'm sorry, Alanis. You're cool. Cooler than me. Yeah.
Yeah, she's always been cool. Yeah. Okay, we'll get back on track.
And eventually maybe to that thing we talked about at the beginning of the episode.
Okay, so folks, we're going to talk about something that affects all people everywhere around the world. Fetishes.
Also, why does the microphone have to be here for this?
I don't know. I feel that if we have the microphone here, they understand that, we're not just talking to a void and it's picking up, but maybe it's also picking up our audio a little bit better. So
were we not clear earlier?
No, we are. Just like for...
Well, now people can see the microphone and they know that we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, so they're...
Otherwise, they might have thought we were doing anything, just standing here in parallel.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, we'll pull up. We'll put a poll out for people.
Put our fists out. It's like what's the beginning of Rocky 4 or 3.
See, all right, now we're gonna have to we're gonna have to screen cap that and make it part of the thumbnail. So we're like, oh, they're actual fighting. No, we're not. We love each other. We won't fight, but apparently. Okay, we're gonna get on that subject, but apparently a lot of people had thoughts about a segment that we did a while ago on episode, I believe
9.
I think 8 or 9
about hot dogs.
Yes, so a lot of people had a lot of comments on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook about not to say the proper way, but the way that they want to prepare their hot dogs.
Their preferred way of hot dog preparation.
Because, we'll just recap, both Daniel and I are in agreement that the best way of hot dog is grilled. But I was on Team Boiled, he's on Team Microwave. But there's also people that are Team Air Fryer.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever used an air fryer, and I'm not sure that I will ever have the opportunity to use an air fryer because it just, it seems like, I don't know, unless, I have some established culinary nerd demonstrating to me that the air fryer has an advantage to it. Mm-hmm. It just seems like a more trendy way to do cooking that I can already do.
It has its perks, I will say. So it's nice to have that. There were people that were Team Air Fryer. There was one person that was Team Raw Dog.
That is hard to rationalize, but
I'm not sure if they were 100% true about this or they were saying jokingly, but if you're just raw dogging hot dogs, more power to you, I guess.
Now, did we have anyone come out and say that the best way is to do it like over a campfire because
No team campfires.
yeah, because now that might not be the best way to make a hot dog, but it is one of the best experiences for making a hot dog.
Yeah, no one was team campfire. There were a few that were team, I guess, like pan seared. So they get a pan, like instead of just doing it on grill, they just do it in a pan.
Which, yeah, I have had that once or twice, but that now did we cover on the grilling question whether you split them first?
I don't think we talked about that part. We just said that like grilled is the best, but I am part of like, hey, splitting the hot dog actually is pretty good.
Yeah, it increases the surface area, so you get more of the kind of crispy texture, and it cooks a little faster. And so, yeah, there's definitely benefits to that. And then of course we have to explore related themes like bratwurst and other sausages. Because some of those, I think the classic way, or at least the classic way it was explained to me by my friend who seemed authoritative on what classic bratwurst cooking needs to be, was that you sear it first and then. Or maybe searing came later, but one step was searing it on the grill, and another step was basically boiling it in beer.
Okay. I think we'll have to explore all of that a little bit later. We have to get back to the original subject of what we were talking about for the third or fourth
kinky sex.
Well, not so much kinky sex.
By way of hot dog preparation, which is really not that far away when you think about it.
Okay, so we'll clarify. Yes, fetishes are not always just kinky sex. Fetishes are sometimes just people just really enjoy this thing, but not always.
Now, I thought we had agreed, or we had decided, at least for the purposes of our podcast, that the definitions that we were going to use for there's a kink and then there's fetish, and a kink is something that people enjoy usually in a sexual context that. May or may not be considered, normal or appropriate, like something interesting or unusual that you do. Now, a fetish is something that you cannot, enjoy sex without it. You need that.
Okay, yes, we did clarify that before. So yeah, in our definition, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there that have different definitions of it or what they want to classify it as. We're team kink is. You can do it, but still can, finish. Fetish is, I have to do this to finish. So we're in agreement on that.
Yeah.
But I guess my mindset was on something of, say, for fetishes, and we just kind of talked about this a little earlier. Stop doing that. I do a lot of talking with my hands, you jerk. Fetishes are really not only for, but are mainly probably done by people that have extra money or excess money. So I would say AKA the rich. Because if you think about it, like I forget what the name of it is, where they have the fetish where they have like an account, but they have someone that takes money from their account, but they keep begging them not to take money from that account.
I think they just call that financial domination.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, you can't have that when you're, an everyday working person. You're like, someone's like, oh, I'm going to take $1,500 from your account. You're like, the fuck you are.
But this was a question that we came up with at lunch, and so like my follow up to that assertion is that maybe it is not the fact that only the wealthy can afford that fetish, but if you don't have a certain amount of money, you might not even consider that as a fetish. Mm-hmm. Like. The idea that you would give someone control over your accounts, or that you would derive pleasure from giving money, even if you couldn't afford it. I mean, there's certain. It seems like you have to have a certain amount of money to spend in order to even consider that an enjoyable thing. Otherwise, you haven't reached the threshold of survival yet. I mean, if you're giving away money, or if someone is taking away money and it is literally putting you in the poorhouse, or like you're skipping rent, or you're getting in trouble because of it.
Yes.
That I don't know. Maybe, and this is something that we must invite comment from or comments on. is that something that people that have never had lots of money, are there the same number of people that are into that kind of idea that are interested in that kink as there are wealthy people that can afford that easily?
Yeah, that like I said, that brings up like a lot of different questions about it because I'm thinking like say that's just an example of one, but like other things out there like where like I was talking about the sex dungeon. If that is your thing, and let's clarify something, we are not knocking anyone's we're not yucking someone's junk. All right, we won't do that. Well, question it.
Yeah, but as long as everything is consensual in your
Yes,
sex dungeon, enjoy your sex
yes.
dungeon.
As long as everything is consensual, no one is getting, I guess, maimed purposely. Well, no,
Well, that's a different fetish.
yeah, that's a different fetish. As long as it's consensual, then you can do whatever you want to. But we will make fun of some stuff. We will. We can do that because
We will at least examine it with a humorous lens, as opposed to making fun of it.
there we go. That's the polite way of putting it. Thank you.
Yeah, because we're not here to mock you, but we are definitely here to ask you some questions and get some laughs.
Yes, we will definitely ask some questions about some stuff. You're like, why? What are you into this for? But like, say you're talking about like the sex dungeon. Like, yeah, if you have excess money, yeah, you can have a entire room just dedicated to just a sex dungeon. But you're also talking about I guess a Reddit.
Yeah, there's a Reddit or a subreddit or whatever, which I can't. It's something like BDSM DIY or something. I forget what exactly it's called, but it is people sharing tips on how to make like homebrew equipment or modifications to their house to include kinky sex features. And some of it is just I guess like what's the best brand of spatula for slapping, but there's also a lot of advice about. I mean, there's probably a poll about that. I don't know, but then a lot of it is advice on like how to disguise ordinary furniture, or how to disguise like kink-based furniture as ordinary furniture, or to keep your house if you don't have enough extra money to afford a house where you can have a whole dedicated room for sex play. Then there are still people that are interested in that, even if they don't have the disposable income to really explore it. It's just like I guess people that have like a movie theater inside their house, or have like a huge, like gigantic big screen TV and like recliners, and are set up for watching football on Sunday. I mean, if you can't afford that setup, there are a lot of people that still like football anyway.
Yes. Yeah, there's still a lot of people that just like enjoy football, but they're not changing their entire living room to just be a football watching living room because you will only be like, because like football, it's like from preseason all the way to the Super Bowl. That's from August until early February.
I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl is in February. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Super Bowl's in February.
Yeah, that's about the extent of my knowledge of public football scheduling.
So then for 4 or 5 months, what is that dedicated to?
Yeah, it's like throwing a Super Bowl party. I mean, if you had a dedicated Super Bowl party room that you only use for that, once a year, maybe you were super into it, and maybe it was worth it to you to keep that room unused and not do anything else with it all year.
Yeah.
And maybe you throw the best freaking Super Bowl party of all time.
True.
I think we might have lost track of our metaphor here.
A little bit.
Now I just want chicken wings, damn it.
Well, maybe that leads back into the fetish thing. Maybe there's somebody who just has a fetish for just chicken wings. They're like, I can only get off in
You
my
were
head.
telling me about that. Like, there's the whole the feeder and the
Feeders, gainers.
and gainers.
Yeah.
Which I am liminally aware of that. It is, let's just say, it's not part of the pornographic internet that I am familiar with.
Yes, there are aspects of the pornographic internet that's out there that some people come across, some people are exploring, some people just are into.
Now that we've talked about this subject long, we should say hi to Patrick's kids again.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because it's horribly inappropriate, and you know that they're watching. We're trying to have this interesting conversation, and then every now and then the thought hits that, oh yeah, Patrick's kids watch this podcast.
Funny thing is, they don't.
They don't.
No, they do not.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were going through that. Yeah, they don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's one.
So it's not a horrible thing. Okay.
Yeah, well,
I can forget that.
Patrick will know, and he's gonna be like,
which is really, I mean, that's why we do this podcast.
Just in spite of Patrick.
Yeah.
We'll talk about him all the time, and he'll never be on here. We'll have Maria on here every day of the week, anytime we want to. But Patrick, no to Patrick.
We have standards.
Yeah, we have standards. Yes. So obviously, if you folks see, I am a larger man. I am also a
larger
gay
than
man.
a smaller man.
I hate you. So I am a larger man. I'm also a gay man. But then some people kind of put me into the category of thinking that I am a what they call a gainer. So people who are gaining weight purposely to just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Sometimes people want to reach a certain weight. Sometimes they want to have a goal weight. So they're like, oh, I used to weigh 170. They want to get up to like 250 pounds. They get up to 250 pounds in the span of like a year and a half. They're like, all right, cool. Now I want to get up to 300, and they just keep going and going and going. I gained all my weight naturally. I didn't do it I guess I did it on purpose, but not intentionally. It's just I'm a fat person who eats badly at night and don't exercise as much as I should. But I'm not doing it intentionally to keep gaining weight over and over and over. But there's also people that are encouragers. So they like people that are larger. So they encourage them to keep going and get larger. They're like, yeah. Like, oh, well, I know you. We just went here. You just ate. But why don't you drink 2 of these large milkshakes too? Maybe that'll help you out. Or they're like, oh, you woke up? Here, have this large breakfast, but go back to sleep. So, not something I'm into. Not knocking it. Again, we're not yucking someone's yum, but not something I am
now,
into.
Is that a sexual thing? Is that linked to sex, or is this just like people have like weight goals for themselves and their partners that I mean, I guess you could call it a fetish if there were no sex, but is that something that is involved with?
That's
sex?
the weird part. Like sometimes it is, sometimes it's just something that they like doing. I don't know, because I know, or I've interacted with a couple of people that are gainers, and I've asked them. I was like, "Hey, is this a sex thing?" And they're like, "No, not completely." I was like, "Then what is it?" They're like, "I just like how it feels." I'm like, "Okay, well if that's what it is, that's what it is." But yeah, sometimes it's a sex thing. Sometimes it's just a feeling, kind of like what we were talking about before, say furries. We understand that. I guess a lot of people have the perception of furries equals weird sex. That goes on,
which I mean is simultaneously unfair and also very fair.
Yes, and not saying that every person that is a furry is doing the weird sex thing. That is not completely true. We understand that.
We both have friends who are furries.
Yes. I guess hi to my 3 bears if they're listening. 2 of them are furries.
And I guess hello to my fox friend.
Yes. But what did she say? No,
I can't respond to that without making it worse.
Yeah, I know. No, but talking to people that are furries, I have the understanding, not the whole whole world, just enough to know that, like, yeah, not everything's related to sex. Sometimes it's like just about community, having an identity, having I guess, like an inner monologue for themselves that makes them feel comfortable. Yeah, there's also the weird sex thing that some do, but that's not completely it.
Yeah, my understanding was that it was about the being able to define your own identity in that context.
Yes. So we are aware. We will make fun of some, like, or have a comedic view on some stuff after to question it. But as far as you doing it, you can go ahead and do it. Just know that we will have a comedic outlook on it. Um, but that also can lead into something else that we were talking about. Having, like, maybe a somewhat comedic outlook on the world, because it's hard to navigate the world right now. Everyone, the world fucking sucks. There's a lot of shit that's going on that is harming a lot of people, and it's not benefiting anyone except for the very wealthy, very powerful. Um, but my, I guess, like, my interpretation of, like, us doing this podcast is we do recognize that the world is shitty.
Yeah, we are aware that maybe we're hypocrites for trying to avoid politics, especially at a time like this.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to be funny.
Yeah, we are aware that, like, yes, the government for the U.S. is pretty awful right now because there's a lot of things, like, especially for, like, say, ICE, Iran, just policing in general, like defunding a lot of different school programs, healthcare. There's a lot of different things that are fucking wrong with the world, and we are aware of that. But we also know that we're like, okay, everything is kind of fucked up, but we also want to bring some kind of laughter or some kind of joy to your day if we can, so we can relate.
We are playing the fiddle while the world burns.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, we are aware of that, but
It's gonna be real hard to pull this episode out and end funny, isn't it?
not really. Like, we can balance it. We know how to balance it, because, like I said, we know what's happening. We're politically aware, but we also know that, having that news that, like, thrown at you day after day after day, hour after hour, is fucking exhausting.
Yeah, it grinds you down.
It grinds you down and exhausting. And I know you're, like, scrolling through, looking on your phone, your laptop, your television, and you're watching. You're like, these guys are a bummer right now. Yeah, it's a bummer, but we also try to lighten things up so that you can still enjoy maybe 45 minutes to an hour of your day, or maybe 30 seconds of, like, just somewhat laughter. Just trying to pull some of that off in a world that is awful, because even, like, say, before, like, there have been times before us where everything was pretty bad and people still existed that were comedians and funny and having funny stuff. Why should it be completely different now?
I don't have a funny or a witty or any kind of answer to that.
Yeah, I know. And
so maybe we can just say, we're sorry, folks. We feel for you. We're with you. And we'll be here until it gets better.
Yeah, we'll try to be here as much as we can to brighten your day as much as we possibly could when everything is on fire.
Yeah, you hear that? We're saving the world one fart joke at a time.
We didn't say any fart jokes yet.
It was inevitable.
Oh, yeah, it probably was. Well, we could just, like, have that as a tagline, like, change it every time.
We'll just take a moment and both face the camera. We'll just edit in a fart sound effect right here.
Just like, right. Fart sound.
Yeah, also, that sound effect that you're hearing right now is some part of O's plumbing system. That's not actually, minor farting happening.
No, I did that earlier.
You call that minor? What you did earlier? No. That was he very thoughtfully took several steps back before he. I guess the best verb would be trumpeted.
I didn't take note of the sound it was. I was like, let me put this gas somewhere else other than near Daniel.
Yes, he killed the flowers, which I appreciate him, keeping me out of the blast radius.
I was trying to be curious, sir. That's what I was trying to do.
You're a gentleman. That's what I appreciate about you.
I am not a gentleman. Well, I guess really depending on who I'm talking to. Because sometimes I'm a gentleman, sometimes people are like, that dude's an asshole. Well, you're probably an asshole first. I was just giving you back the same energy.
He's a gentleman, but he's a very defensive gentleman.
Yeah. I'm just giving people compliments while I'm like having my hands up. Those shoes are fucking nice. They're like, what?
Isn't there a dude on TikTok or somebody that's one of his bit is like aggressive?
Yes.
Yeah, aggressive appreciation, I guess.
I wish I knew his name so I could just say it right here, and then I'll tag him.
Yeah, we'll find him and then edit something in.
Yeah, we'll do that so that he can watch the video. Be like, oh, it's fucking nice, and then we'll say our name on there, and then we'll get all the viewers. Maybe, I don't know.
Yes, this is absolutely not a transparent attempt to grab viewership and engagement from someone else who's already established. That would be classless and tacky.
Yes, just a little bit, but we're poors and we want money. We want to do this full time. Why can't you love us? Okay, I'm over it. Well, we'll get our people out there because we're slowly building up. Like we are getting followers daily via the social media. So
welcome everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, welcome new people to the Rubber Duck Syndicate watching our longer content. We do create the short stuff, but you watch that and then you came here and you're like, how do they interact with each other? What is the show about? It's about nothing.
Yeah. Actually, this is more like a meta episode because we're talking a lot about like making the episodes and about the context of the world around us. So we're focused a lot less on jokes and pop culture than we usually are. So yeah, it's not usually us making apologies for the world and being really introspective. We're doing that just this time.
All the other times we're going to talk about, trying to get Daniel's dates and
mentioning Artax from the Neverending Story. We do that at least 3 times a week.
We just randomly text each other and just say
Artax.
There has been an AI video of I think
I saw it.
Yeah, of him actually saving him.
Yeah, and just writing off I know that AI videos are just the definition of wasteful, or a waste of resources, and no one should be making AI videos. But that one, I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, there are some that are getting made. That can lead into another thing that we talked about that we have on here. We do have a list every so often of things that we should talk about. We have to talk about what time we have.
We're at 39 minutes.
Okay, so we got enough time to talk about the AI slop and also about Super Troopers.
Super Troopers.
Yes. So
you have time for that right now?
Yeah, we're going to talk right now. Because as much as we won't have Patrick on here, we do take requests from him because he is essentially probably our day one fan or day one listener. So of the movies that he's watched, and he's only watched, I think, a total of, seriously, maybe 15 movies.
Yeah, he has, I don't know if it would be appropriate to call him a sheltered life, but definitely a life that has avoided most of pop culture.
Yeah, so Yeah, I don't think he's seen any Star Wars or any Star Trek. I'm not sure. But he
I am
did.
impressed that he's seen Super Troopers.
Yes. But only recently. Like, and it's the first one. I'm like, that one came out in 2000?
Sounds right.
Yeah, like, came out in 2000 because, like, it came, I think it came out, like, in 99 or 2000. Didn't do great in the box office, but once it came
It was
to...
a cult hit.
Yeah, but once it came to DVD, that's when all the, I think most of the time, like, younger people and college students started buying it, watching it, like, just all the time.
Yeah, I've probably got a copy in my stack of DVDs that I haven't looked at in years.
But you know what? Hey, viewers, check under your couch right now. You got a copy of Super Troopers.
You get a copy, and you get a
You
copy.
get a copy.
And
You get a copy.
Yeah, if somebody finds a copy that wasn't there before, I'm totally taking credit for that.
Oh, yeah, please do. Yeah. But the fact that, like, now it's, like I said, became a cult classic. I think I've watched the second one. I know a third one came out recently. Like,
they actually, I know that they
it's
crowdfunded the second one, and then I think the last that I heard was they were trying to do that again for the third one.
Yes. I think it's coming.
They've succeeded in that. Okay.
I think they have. I'm not sure if it came out yet, or they might be filming it. But yeah, like, it was one of those movies that, as dumb as it kind of seems like it is, it's like a very intelligent movie.
It was. I guess you could say it was sublimely dumb.
Yes.
You know, yeah. Somehow they found the funny
in every aspect.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're still telling this.
And someone like a fucking Brian Cox in that movie. How did that happen?
I just like the fact that he was wearing all denim at one point. Like, I still call people Denim Dan every so often. Not you.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I don't call you Denim Dan. But, like, if I see someone wearing, like, some denim jeans and, like, a denim jacket.
The Canadian tuxedo?
Yeah, the Canadian tuxedo. I'll see that every once in a while. I'll be like, oh, Denim Dan over there. But I like...
At least it's not like Leather Larry.
Oh, God. That's for the fetish kink people.
See, that was a callback.
Yes. And I recognized it. No, it was still one of those ones that, like, it held up for the longest time because even 26 years later, people are still watching it and still enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, the jokes are, I mean, I guess they didn't do topical stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's not like the jokes are out of date. No. And they didn't do any particularly, like, gross sexist stuff. They did, you know, it was stoner jokes and more, I guess, universal humor. So,
yeah.
like the jokes in that movie have lasted a long time.
Yeah, because it's just pure funny. They're like, oh, you're in this situation, it's still funny. Because I every once in a while just kind of think of you like, shenanigans?
Pull out the gun.
Yeah. No, please don't, because, yeah. Not on me. Other people do that to me. Not personally, but...
That'll happen.
Yeah, it could happen. That's the sad reality of the world. Oh, no.
Damn it, we were being funny.
I know.
We're like 2 minutes away from the end of the show, and we stopped being funny again.
I know. That's on me. Like, damn me for being black.
You're black?
I am? Oh, shit. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we do that joke every other week, too.
Yes, I am a black man. Or I could do the AI swap and just, like, change myself into, like, a white guy. And see how that goes. Because, like, yeah.
Dude, if you're going to change, I want to go for something like the Incredible Hulk. I mean, you're going to be so much cooler than just a white guy.
I don't know. I would just change it to be something very, like, mundane.
Oh, you know that if we're going to change you into anything with AI, it's going to be fucking Reginald Veljohnson.
I'm wearing close to it.
I know, because it would take, you know, a minimum of computing power. It would be, you know, resource savvy and ecologically responsible use of AI to turn you into Reginald Veljohnson.
AI would just be like, it's already done. Like, you're already him. Even though I believe he's like in his, I want to say he's in his mid-60s.
Yeah, but I think he's one of those actors that, you know, kind of hit a certain point and then stopped aging. Mm-hmm. So I think he has looked about the same since the mid-90s.
Black don't crack, man.
That's what I've heard.
Yes. Yeah. So, if I were to do AI, like to use it for the power that it does have, like sometimes it creates stuff that is kind of cool. Sometimes it creates things you're like, why is this a thing that someone made and put out
And
there?
the answer is almost always porn.
Yeah. It comes full circle because of all of. You know what? Since it came full circle, I guess we should end here.
Phone home. Okay, I got nothing.
Yeah. Go watch some porn, folks.
Yeah, that will bring the world together, I think.
Come together. They're like, oh, you got your phone. Okay, that's cute.
That's usually. Let me know when it launches. I'll like and subscribe. By the way, like and subscribe, folks.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to say that.
Yeah, like,
Feels
subscribe.
dirty.
Like, subscribe, hit buttons, hit bells, do dinglings and things like that.
Remember us.
Remember me.